So they're starving.
I don't believe that.
They're not. No.
I'm
The softening of the market is also, it's crazy because real estate agents are hungry. So they're starving.
I don't believe that.
They're not. No.
I'm still seeing the larger purchases, like the $1 million properties. Like I saw one listed this week that I don't think the price is right on. But
I'm going to tell you this: in Houston, they're hungry.
Which ones?
There's a lot of them because their temperament, as far as transactions and how quick they close, has completely changed to when it was a year ago. I'm telling you this. They are calling and bugging the crap out of the lenders.
Yeah, these are
the same people that a year ago were comfy riding around.
No, they weren't. They were still doing the same things.
And that's 5 people.
That's 5. Those people that you interact with were still doing the same things.
They weren't doing it to me.
How many real estate agents we call a week?
A lot.
How many answer?
None.
They're not hungry. I'm telling you, they're not starving. They don't. They don't follow up. You can leave them a message.
Right. So let me rephrase what my statement. The people that I was dealing with, same people I was dealing with 2 years ago, are acting completely different than they were 2 years ago now.
I'm glad they finally got a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
You know, but they if they're hungry now, they were hungry then.
But they built the hotel after the oil boom.
Yeah, they're building a hotel after the whole oil boom. If they just now realize it takes a higher level of action to make it through this economy,
well, of course they just figured it out because this economy is different than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and the fact that now you've got to actually get out there and work and hustle to get those clients, it's not.
You still had to do it then. You had to do it more then than you had to do now.
I don't think so. I'm gonna disagree with you.
Was it harder to get a deal in 2022 than it is now? Buy a deal.
Buy a deal?
Yes, it was harder.
Okay.
But the real estate agents is not the seller. They had plenty of sellers to work with because the sellers were willing to sell at max price to get out of it. Now it's different. You've had a downfall of people.
Rob, okay. I'm telling you right now, there wasn't, and you can go look at the stats. There wasn't as many sellers then as there is now. There's more inventory now than there's been in forever. There's less transactions closing. There's more inventory. Now you can get a listing. I mean, how hard would it be to get a listing in today's market versus in 2022? In 2022, in peak 2022, you call somebody, they already have a real estate agent friend. That real estate agent friend already told them what their house is worth, and they're not willing to take a discount. How many times did you run into that?
That was a lot of them.
Yeah,
and then people also wanted a premium over what the house was actually worth.
I think we're talking about two different things.
No, agents back then, if they got a listing, it was instantly turned into cash. It would just, boom, money would hit their bank about 30 days later.
Exactly.
But it was harder to get a listing. 100 times harder to get a listing. Today, you can go get 10 listings if you just get on the phone. If you just get on the phone, there'll be 10 or 15 people that want to sell. But since it doesn't instantly turn into cash, since a listing doesn't really mean anything, there's nobody even on the phones. You don't even run into the same group of people. It's like they don't even want the work. They don't want that business. They don't want, they're not out there calling and hustling trying to get listings. I think John Jacobus was talking about still out there, still getting listings. I think most people need to be filling their buyer pipeline or trying to coach buyers into buying and getting vitamin E. But real estate agent wise, the problem was why they're starving to death isn't a shortage of listings.